Hello people. Right, video 25 part 2. That was the first part of banners. That's how I remember it as a kid. Brief memories. I always seem to be, when I think about it and I go back, I always seem to be like really small and really, you know, kind of young, so my memories are kind of a lot's there, but I don't remember a lot of detail apart from the details I suppose you remember as kids. And it's great talking to people and people, you know, sending posts on Sheffield history and stuff, you know, because it kind of regenerates me and makes me remember, and then I do remember other bits and pieces. And I've also had my cousin as well. She, you know, she says about different things and different places in there and whatnot, which is good. So yeah, the second part of banners is well, really after you know, when it all started to I suppose go downhill a bit, you know, and it all started to change. So this is what I wrote. After a while, the food department closed and was replaced by a DIY department. I remember that. I remember going down there with my dad, and I thought it was a bit like a kind of a basic version of Wilkinson's. Whether it wasn't, I don't know, but there was all like tools and bits and pieces and tiles and stuff down there, and paint. Lots and lots of paint. Remember that. So I must have just gone down there with my dad a few times. All the other floors also shut down shortly afterwards, leaving just a few stalls and then a basement, or the basement. So it was only the basement that was open. The last time I went in, when this photo was taken, by the way, was in '92. The ground floor had been cleared, and some small there was just some small closed-in units and stalls, which had kind of been built. So it was like it was just like a shell inside on the ground floor, not the basement, the ground floor. Like I said, they built some like little units inside which didn't reach to the ceiling. I don't know whether it's still like that now, but obviously, you know, they just had their own, you know, little bits, a bit like a tiny indoor market, I suppose, that they built in there. And closing units and stalls, which had been selling clothes, electricals, and so on. The first thing when you walk in now, which is back then in '92, is a small cafe. I think we had a cup of tea in there, and I was kind of looking out the window as well, watching all the cars pass, thinking just how sad it was, and looking at the old fittings and, you know, the like ornate, you know, sort of decoration, you know, around the ceilings, you know, which was still there, sort of thing. It's really sad to see what has become once a massive, proud department store. As a kid, I always thought it was like a store in all you're being served, with everything laid out proper, and plenty of staff to assist you as well, which is true. Every time I love that programme, All You've Been Served, because it kind of reminds me, you know, of Grace Brothers, because, you know, the lift opens and you walk down and everybody's there to serve you, you know, and you got the old, like I said, the cabinets, you know, with the all made out of nice wood, you know, really properly nicely made, but just all glass fronted and glass topped. And you know, with a till on the side, and when you look down on them, you'd see all the shirts and ties and dicky bows or whatever it was laid out, you know, and then you'd have one of them plastic models with the painted on eyes, you know, like that sort of thing, advertising, whatever, you know, not the ones you get these days with jugs. I mean, you know, are kind of all properly defined and everything. Yes, you do. But like, you know, the really old models with wigs on, a bit like some of the people I've seen as a kid down in CLIFFE, but well, painted faces, mainly bloke as women, but we're not getting to that just yet. So yeah, banners. It's a real shame. I don't know what's in there now. Please let me know. I'm going to put a post about this on. I'm going to put it on Sheffield History. I'm going to put these pictures on. I'm going to ask www.sheffieldhistory.co.uk about just exactly what's there now, what's inside, and what they do. I know my dad. A few years back, Dad and Maggie went down to. They had like a 40s night where it was all, you know, everything in period dress and the war and stuff, and which was kind of downstairs in the old food hall, I believe. I think that's what it was. My dad said it was downstairs, and they had a night out, and it was all like, you know, all dancing and stuff, and all 40s and with all the buns in and things like that. Which I suppose my dad was at home because, you know, he was in the war and all that, but just kidding, Dad, I'm only kidding. So, yeah, I don't know whether they have anything like that now. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures now, and they've kind of got, like, fireplaces and stuff, and cookers and bits and pieces, and the rest of the windows are boarded up. I noticed that it says offices to let upstairs, so whether they were let as anything, but obviously not. But John Banner Limited, I'm going to do a bit of a history on this as well, and find out just, you know, how John Banner came about, you know, what he had. But I mean, what a beautiful building. I mean, you know, all looks like it's kind of like old, you know, sandstone marble outside, you know, and built up on the corners, and, you know, big, you know, banners right on the corner that used to light up at night. Remember when we used to come back on the bus from town as kids, and it's the first thing you saw, you know, up back to Cliffe Road, past the corner of Stanifirth Road, and you know, past the other little shops and Markway Models, which I'll come to soon. And yeah, you get the big, you know, the big light lit up as banners. And I don't know whether they had Christmas trees up on the, because to the doors on the outside, as you walked in, there's like a bit of a shelf coming out, and I'm sure they had Christmas trees on there. At Christmas, all lit up and everything, and maybe something, but I'm not sure. Does anybody else remember? Let me know. Emails in the corner, or drop us a post. Any posts you want to find that I've put on his Sheffield History or Sheffield Forum, just type in Detrius, Detrius, and do a search for poster threads, and most of mine are on there, or you'll normally find the 70 Sheffield lad, but I'm hoping to put a few more on. So about, you know, these things I'm talking about now. But yeah, did they have Christmas trees and everything outside? And what do you remember about Christmas? And you know, downstairs, and you know, did they have a Father Christmas down there as well as Santa's Grotto? I don't quite remember that. I know I used to go in Sheffield Town, and I used to go to Redgates for it, but I'm not quite so sure about banners. So yeah, let me know. I wish they'd do this place up. I wish they, you know, if they ever do going to revamp the area, and Attercliffe, you know, does get, you know, the revamp that it deserves, and the business and the houses and places and whatnot. Let's make this something good. Let's make banners into a big department store again, or something. Or probably end up making it offices and flats, but I don't know. So what's happened to banners? Let me know. Let me know what it is now. And thank you very much. That was video 25. Yeah, favourite place of mine. Misspent youth and everything. Oh, incidentally, across from here, from where this picture is, right on the corner, there used to be another banners place where they used to sell carpets. I think it was an old church. I know there's a picture on Picture Sheffield that shows it was like an old church type of thing. Oh, and it become Burgess or something on. And then, like I said, it was banners selling carpets. And I've forgotten all about that until I got a picture sent through to me by one of my great friends, and it showed you the carpets that said banners out there. And also across as well, I was being told as well, the old Desiree whatever shop, that used to be banners that used to sell the TVs and stuff, which was also brilliant, fantastic. Okay, video 25, and thank you. And once again, video 26, part 2. Gonna have to improve.